CJ's got the worst governor ever. God damn. My governor isn't so bad compared to your governor.
You know, our
Holy
last
shit.
governor, Snyder, he like poisoned a bunch of people with shitty water. I want him back. He's a way better governor. I never thought I never thought I would say Snyder is the better governor, but he would not crumble under tyranny like this lady.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. All right, let's get going here. And CJ, we're gonna play the intro song, and I'm gonna do a little intro, then we'll bring you in, and we'll talk to you for a few minutes. Okay, bud?
Awesome.
All right.
Do it.
Ready, Ray?
Now. Get to the chopper.
All right. It's not the tumor.
That was a California governor reference.
It's your mom reference. Hey everybody, welcome to episode 100 and, oh shit, I forgot, is it 6? 106 of the Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am your host, I am Rem, back here. Once again, we take a fun ride every single week. We talk, me and Ray, sometimes we talk a little too much Corona and people get mad, so we're going to try not to do that tonight. We got a little bit of a guest, maybe someone will show up later, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Ray, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, well, I think we could kind of steer clear of coronavirus. There's not really too much that's changed lately. I mean, it's kind of just, sort of the same.
The days before the last day and a half, I could have done it nice and easy. But now all I got is coronavirus. It's going to affect my performance tonight. Yeah, so I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try to get through this. But, Ray, we're going to start off real quick, all right? Not real quick, but right away, straight away. I don't know what the term is, Ray, because we've already been doing the show. Yeah, we've been doing Cripple Jesus' show for a little bit, and then Cripple Jesus come on the show from that Rich Dickman synergy. You know what I'm saying? Rich Dickman Corporation, Rich Dickman Inc. Yeah, Cripple Jesus is joining us tonight for a little while. Hey, CJ, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? I'm happy to be a part of the special ed edition of the Rich Dickman podcast.
You goddamn right you are. How you doing in Michigan with Governor Hitler over there? Hitler? Is that what are we calling her these days?
Well, it's pretty terrible. She enforced a lockdown till May 28th, which I think if there isn't, because we live in close to Detroit, and I think if there isn't a lift of the lockdown come May 28th, I think there's going to be a riot, and I will be joining the rioters for sure. So,
were you part of the armed march in the Capitol last week?
Oh no, I don't do a lot of marching, Rem. I don't know if you know my persona. But marching is not my forte. However, I am looking into getting tank treads on the wheelchair for the.
Oh god, that'd be fucking awesome. If you do get tank treads, could we send you some Rich Dickman stickers to put on the back?
Absolutely, you gotta show pride for your country and/or podcast when you're at war. So
that's absolutely awesome. You know, Ray, I was thinking, man, like if we went into civil war in this country, right? We could make some Rich Dickman flags, and we could stake out our claim in the world, right? We could have like Randy waving the TRDS emblem, at the front of the lines. Kind of like in the Civil War when you had those asshole like kids beating the drums, and they would march in formation while they were playing the drums, and that's all they did. They didn't have any weapons or anything, and they just get shot the fuck up, right? They just fucking get shot and die. Or if the flag drops, you got to drop your what? Have you ever seen Gettysburg, Ray?
Yeah. Oh,
you should watch Gettysburg. God damn, I drank too much.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been to Gettysburg
too. Wow, I have too. And you didn't bother to come visit while you were out on the East Coast.
While I was in 7th grade.
All right. Crippled. I think it was the same age. Crippled Jesus.
About the Civil War is that there's this one part where Denzel Washington sings campfire songs.
Oh, God, Cripple G's, I'm so happy to have you on. You've been on CoronaCast number 3, but you haven't been on TRDS yet. And since then, you have gotten your podcast, Holy Rollers, going again. So if you could, because I'm a big fan of Holy Rollers, tell my audience of 7.5 people how, actually, it might be up to 8 now because Mo's here. Thanks, Mo. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Well, I'm definitely
audience.
I'm definitely the half man here. So whatever you're listening.
I mean, I didn't want to say.
You can add 0.5 to that.
Okay, Ray, keep the tally, buddy.
Yeah,
CJ.
Yeah.
Let's talk Holy Rollers, right? What is your podcast and what do you do on it every week?
So I started this podcast with the intention. I am a very holy figure, right? I think we can agree that I'm in the moral right almost always, and I'm a person that you would look up to, even though you're looking down at me because I'm in the chair.
Yeah,
you're still looking up.
You beat me to it
because of my character. So basically, what Holy Rollers is about is it's a religious podcast. We tend to ask the guests their question: how are they related to God? How close to God are you? And then after that, we get into what I like to call sins. Now, the Bible is long, boring, and gay. You don't read the Bible because it's long, boring, and gay. And there's a bunch of words in there that you don't understand. So you have me, Cripple Jesus, telling you the sins of the modern day and how to stay a true Christian. Basically, what the show is about.
Yes, and last week you had a good friend of the Rich Dickman Show, Sarah Starr, on. So if you haven't listened yet, please check out Cripple Jesus' podcast, Holy Rollers, especially the episode with Sarah Starr, because she's a good friend of the show. Now, you and Sarah talked about porn star names. Should you decide to foray the Holy Rollers podcast into pornography, such as the Rich Dickman Show is trying to do as well, and you had some names that you were going to give yourself. Now, I don't know why you would do anything else but Crippled Jesus, but your porn star name ended up being what?
Tripod Tony.
That is a beautiful name. And Sarah seemed to like that one as well.
We had the runner-up, Captain Catheter, but in the end, I think Tripod Tony sounded more realistic, so we went with that.
Yeah.
Alliteration wins.
Cerebral Bosley was, yeah. God damn it. You kill me, CJ, every time.
Cerebral Ballsy. Yes. You get the wordplay, you got the alliteration. It's a win-win-win. All three of those are pretty solid. You can't pick a loser there. That's for sure.
That's right.
See, actually, I won't give away the whole show, but one of the things that I thought was interesting is she actually explained to me on the show how to start up an OnlyFans. So if you, like me, are looking into branching into the wide world of pornography, you might want to listen to the show to get some tips from a professional.
So is that something you're going to do, CJ? Are you going to start up an OnlyFans just as like an experiment?
Oh, absolutely. I think I could sell shit bags for $50 a pop.
See, I had asked
a used bedpan or like a urinal.
I had asked our porn star guests about Ray and I starting a Rich Dickman Show OnlyFans, and they immediately thought we were talking about gay porn. Like I don't know why they would think that. That's kind of not. We don't really do that here. But like when I was asking them for ideas on what we would do for the Rich Dickman Show OnlyFans, they just started talking about like Ray and I fucking each other. I'm thinking, first of all, I don't bottom. Okay, so Ray would have to be in the bottom. I don't know if he likes doing that.
Nope.
The second of all, like we're not gay, so we'd have to just like do solo shit with our dicks. Like, what do you think, CJ? Like, if the Rich Dickman Show started an OnlyFans, what would that consist of?
Well, I would imagine it would be solo, as I'm gonna do. I could do a chick if one was willing and she was under 160. I would totally do that. But it would be hard for me to do anal because I'm always sitting down. So I don't think porn would work for me.
Oh man, that would be tough. Yeah.
While you were talking, I typed into Google wheelchair porn, and Pornhub tops the list. You click on that, and there's a surprising amount of it. Such as,
I looked at it. I typed it in on Pornhub just because I was curious. And there's this one where this girl, she's doing like a solo masturbating thing. And at one point, her legs are just flopping around like a fish out of water. It's absolutely hilarious. I would recommend that anybody watch it.
Mr.
Purposes, it was just funny.
Mr. Porno Man, who recently horribly disgraced Mr. Porno Man, episode 100. He reached out to me recently, Ray, talking about puppet porn. I don't know if you happen to see that letter. That might be a thing he's getting into. Yeah. CJ, have you heard of puppet porn?
I have not.
No. So it's a puppet like you see on like Crank Anchors or Sesame Street, with some type of penis attached, whether it's real or like a dildo type penis. And the lady has sex with the puppet. I mean, that's there's not much more to say than that. So that's something. That's a thing. So I think wheelchair porn definitely should be a thing too.
There's an audience for it. I mean, they make it.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. I'm my new career in porn is very bright.
Yeah, I can't wait, and I hope you bring our name with you. So that's why we got to get you some bumper stickers to throw in your chair.
Yeah.
Well, we could do a Rich Dickman channel. And then you guys could just contract me at Tripod Tony. We could work out a deal if the numbers are right.
Right. That's a really good idea. I know Sarah, Jessica, and Elisa would probably be into that as well. Like how do you feel about, I mean, you said 160 is your weight limit. I'm not about to ask anybody's weight.
I can't just have Grimace hop on top of me. It's the chair. So I do have a weight limit. Yeah. Right. Continue, right?
Well, I mean, there's not going to be any overlap, CJ, between the ladies that you like and the ones that Rem likes. So, crossovers there, it'll be fine. But you definitely hit the niche market there. As far as one thing I've learned doing this podcast is there's something out there for everybody, and there's somebody out there that wants something that's unique. Rem and I will be launching shortly our own porn network. And
Ray, it started out as a joke. This might just be a very real thing where we just start a Pornhub channel and we're just sponsoring like porn. Did you send those T-shirts out to the ladies yet?
Let me DM them right now and get the addresses to send them to.
Ray, if you need shipping money, let me know. I'll forward you some money so you can ship them.
As soon as I don't have to wear a mask to go out, maybe I can send them for front door pickup type of deal.
Well, let me tell you, the post office cannot kick you out for not wearing a mask. They still want your business. Just make sure you social distance.
Oh,
I know that for a fact. Yeah.
Been there,
I got into this. Jesus Christ. CJ, you have a mother, of course, like we all have mothers, right? And she has a significant other that you affectionately call him Coach Fuckface.
Actually, Ram, I call him Coach Dumbfuck, but I don't know if you thought it was Fuckface. I liked it, so I went along with it. But Coach.
Oh, really? Did I name him Coach Fuckface?
I think you did, Ram. I'm not much for calling out on dead naming, but his actual pronoun is Coach Dumbfuck.
Okay, well, I apologize, and I also don't apologize because I like Fuckface better. But no, see, he has a weird way of. So you have a dog named Frida,
I do.
And he has a weird way. Yeah. Now I'm not going to go steal the bit because Dick Masterson on a Dick show has the rights to this first. I sent him all the clips, so I'm not going to play them. However, if Dick does not play them on the Dick show this coming Sunday, this will be my bit next week. This needs to get out to the world. Yeah. People need to hear Coach Fuckface talk to your dog. But if you could please explain to my audience.
So, we all read Of Mice and Men in high school, I'm assuming.
I avoided it.
Yeah.
Actually.
So you know how Lenny, right? Lenny was obsessed with rabbits. Do you remember that part of the story?
Yeah.
So I would like to equate this to that, except instead of a rabbit, he is obsessed with my dog. But he also has a Forrest Gump like drawl way of talking. So just imagine Lenny from Of Mice and Men combined with Forrest Gump. That's the best way to explain it.
Ray, you remember last week when I told you I was editing CJ's podcast and I had 24 hours. I had 24 fucking hours of audio from his home.
Yeah.
CJ, is your microphone located in your kitchen? Like, is it centrally located? Because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, I record right on the kitchen table. That's my
okay. So I had 24 hours of audio from CJ's kitchen table, and I didn't think much of it until he was on the Dick Show 2 weeks ago and talking about Coach Fuckface talking to his dog, CJ's dog. And I thought, wait a second, I might have heard audio of Coach Fuckface talking to the dog. Turns out 7 hours into the 24-hour audio stream, there's Coach Fuckface talking to CJ's dog. So I send all those clips in. Ray, this is our big break, Ben.
Yes.
Because this is episode 106, right? We're going to get a whole bunch of clips onto the Dick Show if he plays them this Sunday. And then we're going to Dick in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Awesome.
You can get Dick in 2 weeks. Yeah, you are. You can get
a lot of people didn't believe me when I said that it was real, but I'm not exaggerating. These clips are real. And,
CJ, I'm your biggest fan, so anything I can do to support you, man, I'm right there. So I sent those clips into them, so hopefully they get played. And if they don't, like I said, I'm going to play them on our show.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't get played on.
If they don't get played on the Dick Show, I'll come on the show and we can go over them.
Because it's fantastic. It's a grown man talking to a dog this way is just, it's amazing, Ray. I don't know if you have animals.
That was my first point from the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, I look at my dog and like he's dying. Like within the next few weeks, he doesn't get put down, the poor thing. But I said, fucking nobody likes you fucking asshole. Get the fuck out of my way. Like that's how I talk to my dog. And this guy is like trying to make love with his dog. It's not even his own dog. It's CJ's dog. It's the craziest shit. So
it's good audio. I don't want to tease the listeners too hard, but you will hear it either way, whether it's here or the Rich Dickman show.
Yeah, one way or the other. I'd rather they played it on the Dick Show because it's a bigger audience and it'll help our show, Ray. You know what I mean? You always got to latch on to people with the big audience. That's right.
Yep. Suck on the teeth. I mean, no, we can edit that out.
No, that's true.
No, we don't edit.
So
we don't edit.
Yeah. All right. So CJ, what do you got coming up on your next episode of Holy Rollers?
So we normally do sermons. We normally do sermons on the show. And I had you guys on. We actually recorded a little insider juice.
Oh shit, that was an episode?
2 episodes in a row. And I'm not sure which one Rem was drunker for, but I guess we'll find that out going back.
Yeah, I'm drunker for this one. Wait, God damn it. This is a bad idea.
We'll get 45 minutes into this one, and CJ, I'll have to take over at some point. Maybe we'll bring Randy in. I'm going to be asking
to suck Ray's dick. Like, Ray, I can give you the best pleasure of your life.
Yeah, we'll hear Rem snoring maybe like an hour and 15 in.
Well, I had to deal with autistic kids going to school on the short bus, and it's basically the same as dealing with a drunk adult. So it'll be easy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. That's right. So we're on the next episode of Holy Rollers, right?
Yes, we are. And the topic was heaven or hell. I changed it up a little bit because honestly, my Corona brain was getting wacky, and I was sitting in my yard smoking weed, thinking of good ideas for the show.
Sounds like a good time.
Like, oh, heaven or hell. That's a good one. And that's how that came about.
You just reminded me. So before I let you go, so Coach Fuckface, you said on the most recent two Dick shows ago, you said Coach Fuckface grows you weed, but he also works for the school. Yeah, so weed is legal in Michigan. So he works for a school and he grows weed to give to you. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct, man.
It's fucking amazing, Ray. That blows my mind. It just boom, like
I know.
That's awesome. I mean, good. I mean, like, my friend Mike would say that's awesome. I think you got to be responsible as an adult. I mean, really. I mean, who drinks on a podcast? What a fucking asshole, right? So you're responsible. Yeah, in your use of cannabis, of course. But if you're in a legal state, I mean, do what you want. Like, I don't know.
Is it not legal in California? It is, right?
Yeah, in California it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ray has a friend who goes to the dispensary all the time. But so here in Connecticut, it's not legal. But every other state around Connecticut, like Massachusetts and Rhode Island, it is legal. So, like, I have a good friend of mine. His name is Mike Hunt, and when they were open for business, he would go up to Massachusetts and hit the dispensary, right? But now that Massachusetts is closed for business, it's only medical only. So he can't go to the dispensary. He's sitting around like wondering where he's gonna get his weed from when it runs out. He's kind of losing his mind over there. Poor Mike. Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do. Yeah, I can't help him.
Massachusetts had a rough year. They lost Tom Brady to Florida, and now they got.
Yeah. No, Massachusetts is getting fucked, man, because Massachusetts used to be a good state. Not anymore. Massachusetts sucks. Like, they're going to be closed forever because their governor doesn't know what he's doing. So, good luck to my friend Mike finding a weed hookup.
Also, I want to give a shout out to the people of Virginia because their governor Blackface is also insane. He extended the lockdown to June 10th, which I think
he started it. He started it June 10th. Yeah, he didn't even start in May. June 10th was the original lockdown end date back in fucking end of March. I was like, whoa.
Impeach him.
Maybe he was sniffing too much of that shoe polish. Maybe that's what led him to that conclusion.
And Ralph Northam in this KKK uniform. That's right. All right, CJ, how do we find the Holy Rollers podcast? Where are you listed?
I would just say the easiest thing to do is Google Holy Rollers because we're on a bunch of platforms. I know for a fact that we're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Podbean, but we might also be on Google. I don't do the technical side of my podcast.
Yeah, you'll get on Google. That's Ray's job. Ray, did you get that on Google yet?
So we're gonna get on Google. Fantastic. But yeah, it's basically the best thing to do is Google Holy Rollers, and you'll find us.
That's right. Maybe we should put you on the richhickman.com website. What do you think, Ray? Can we do that? Can we make a page for Holy Rollers?
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, then your page will be ADA approved, and no lawyer is going to try to sue your local business.
Oh my God,
we're protected class.
Yeah, Rich Dickman's going to love that idea. Ray, get going because he won't say no to that.
I mean, we're already, we had the Hispanic. We have a former co-host of the Hispanic origin. Therefore, that's covered. When this Asian, we've got all these things. So adding the, would you call it disabled aspect of it? Then definitely we've got all these things covered. We're in good shape.
I was thinking of this, Ray, is that the Rich Dickman Show is the most diverse podcast on the internet. I mean, we had a Mexican co-host, right? Now we have a Chinese co-host, and we have a disabled friend of the show.
Yeah, we're so diverse. We look like a shitty Star Wars movie.
Yeah, we've got an Australian who listens. Yeah, so this is it's totally. So let's make a Holy Rollers page on the richdickman.com. What do you think? Right. You can do that, right?
That would be fantastic. And I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to come on and promote the show.
Absolutely, man. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of yours, CJ. I like what you do. I love your sense of humor. I love that you have the sense of humor. First of all, I mean, because that's hard to find.
most of our people can only do Helen Keller impressions, so I made it out pretty easy, I think.
Okay, so before you go, I almost forgot, CJ. We did get a voicemail today, and we don't get many voicemails here at the Rich Dickman Show because, I don't know, 860-316-4776. Fucking call, you guys. I mean, voicemails are fun. But this voicemail is for you. So, CJ, hang tight. We're going to play this one, okay?
All right.
Wait. I can't play it yet. Hold on. Ray's got to get paid. I got to do the thing.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah,
this is the voicemail bumper. This is the bumper on your left.
Ray
and
almost
this is
didn't get
the bumper
paid.
on your right. This is a badass guitar riff. And finally, here's your voicemails. I would have seen. Sorry, that guitar riff is too cool not to play twice.
Thanks, Ray.
Hey, what's up? This is Mo. So, I'm a real big fan of gambling and all that stuff. And I know that Crippled Jesus is a degenerate gambler, as he's admitted in the past.
Yes.
So I'm hitting freaking 15, right? And I think I have a good shot here. And I think that, maybe, just maybe, I might get that 20 or that 21. But then another thought comes to my mind. What are the chances of the Cleveland Browns actually winning the freaking Super Bowl next year? What are your thoughts on that, guys? All right. Great show, y'all. Check you later.
Wow. Thanks,
So as I
Mo.
said, I'm a horrible sports bettor. So my recommendation would to be take all your money and put it on the Cleveland Browns winning the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna second that. I'm gonna Jesus here. Yeah, Cleveland Browns have been too bad for too long. So
I'm more of the Kenny Rogers type gambling, and not because I'm dead, but because I play cards. I like to know when to hold them.
Mm-hmm.
CJ, you mentioned playing cards on your podcast, and I don't remember which one it was, but either on Holy Rollers or our show. And that just reminds me of the story is that my brother-in-law, he said, "Hey man, why don't you come to the casino with us and play cards, me and my friends?" And I never met this guy's friends. Now, this guy is an accountant, right? So he's got mucho bucaneros. Yeah, he's got a little bit of money, and his friends, they all have a little bit of money. Me, I'm just a piece of shit. Like, I don't have anything. I don't got shit, right? So I go to the casino because he wants to play poker, and I'm waiting there. They're all late, so I'm just standing around like an asshole outside the bar waiting for them to show up. And then they show up, and it's like, I should feel like I'm better than these people because I know they have more money than I do. I don't feel better than them. And I follow them down to the poker table, and I play like 3 rounds of poker. I didn't know these guys are bringing like $500 and $1,000 to play poker with. I literally brought $50. Like, I brought $50 to play poker with. I was in there for like 4 hands, and I folded each hand, and I lost all my money, and I was done. I was done playing poker within 35 minutes.
So,
these guys,
Bram, if you have time, I have a degenerate gambler story. I don't know how short we are.
Absolutely, man. Go for it.
So I recently went for a birthday present. I recently went to the Mount Pleasant Casino, which is different because it's an Indian casino. And Indian casinos allow you to gamble at 18 and up. So we went there to play poker. And I came in with about, I think, $500 and came in with about, and then I racked it up to about $950 playing poker. Now this is the getcha that the casinos do. I don't remember if I mentioned it on this podcast, but my primary cannabis consumption method is through vaping, and they do not allow you to vape in the poker room. Now you can vape. The way you get around this is you can vape on the casino floor where all the table games are. However, conversely, that means I will roll by a blackjack table and lose most of my money, to which I did. So I know Mo was talking about hitting on a 15. I would also recommend that you stay away from the blackjack table because that is just an evil game.
Blackjack bullshit. Fucking play roulette like a man. Like roulette. That's a man's game. I won $180 once, Ray, and then I'm like, I'm done. And the dealer's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm done. Give me my money. I'm out of here." He's like, but you're doing really well. I'm like, no, I'm finished. And that was it. That was the end of my gambling in Vegas. CJ, Cripple Jesus, thank you so much for coming on the podcast tonight. Once again, we can find you on iTunes, the Holy Rollers podcast, and you got a SoundCloud account. That's cool, but it's iTunes, and it will be everywhere else very soon. That's Ray. Get that shit done. Ray, goddamn it!
You can follow me on Twitter at Cripple Jesus. I make a lot of any wheelchair jokes you haven't already heard on this show. I will make on there.
Nice.
Yes, he will. Crippled Jesus. CJ, I love your sense of humor. I love what you do. I love what you're about. I appreciate what you bring to this world, and you were talking about heaven and hell. My heaven is a hanging out with someone like you. So I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for coming on, and we'll all be listening to Holy Rollers. No problem, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, pal.
See you later, man. Take it easy, CJ. Right.
I love CJ. I love that guy. Right.
I probably shouldn't tell this. I probably shouldn't tell this story, but I got a gambling story, which is somewhere.
Give it to me.
On the security cameras at the Silver Legacy in Reno. They've got me probably.
Your dick.
They've probably got me on tape. Now yelling the N-word.
God damn it, Ray.
Dude, like way back, like I was like, so this is like first time ever drinking. I went out with some people. 21st birthday, man.
You're supposed to disclose this.
Yeah, dude, this is like insane. You go to play blackjack of all things. So it's my 21st birthday, so I'm with a bunch of people. We show up to the blackjack table, and one of the guys that I'm with, like he owned his own business, so he had a good amount of money, and he literally tips the lady like $90 and just says, "Keep them coming." As soon as she brought the drinks over, and so this lady's like coming back. I mean, you're not even half done with your beer, and she's like, "Just chug it, just chug it. I have another one for you." Right? Like she's all about just giving us the drinks. And so again, one of the first time I've ever had anything to drink, I got completely shit-faced, like just unbelievable. And this is around the time that I had seen the Chris Rock stand-up comedy routine where he's talking about the spinners.
Jesus Christ.
Right. And so that thing, they spin. And so basically someone at some point asked me, they're like, "How you doing?" And I'm so drunk. Everything to me was spinning. So I just started saying that. And they're like, "All right, time to go to the room. Time to go to the room." So that was, it's, so maybe I shouldn't go back to random.
You were just randomly spouting off the N-word?
No, I was like saying, spin it. I was quoting Chris Rock. I mean, it's not like
were you doing a hard R or the A?
I was so drunk. I don't think it came out as
legend.
What I was saying anyway.
Yeah, I hope this was before 2012, because 2012 is when everybody got crazy with this.
Oh, yeah, this would have been like 2006 or so, something like that.
Okay, all right. Man, that's when I was in Vegas. All right,
it was acceptable.
Hey, Randy, do me a favor and unmute Matt, because we have another guest on the show. Ray was not expecting 2 guests, but it just happened organically at the evening. And
nice.
It's a good thing because I left them a very shitty voicemail, and I want to apologize in advance. Matt from Not For Human Consumption. Oh, God.
I'm the Scat Man.
Making an entrance.
What's going on?
I love it.
What the fuck's going on, man?
How you doing, pal?
Listen to my favorite song.
Oh, man.
Thanks for having me on, boys. What's going on, sir?
No, it's fantastic because I've been drinking this old-fashioned, pre-mixed old-fashioned. And I am
about to get wild.
I am the end of NFHC drunk. That's what I am right now. So
perfect.
We're gonna have, it'll be good. You get your camera on.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm. Now, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you guys liking this new Discord stuff that the pandemic made better? They made them a better company.
Yeah. That's the thing about war and about pandemics is that technology just gets better all of a sudden. Like all of a sudden we can do all this camera shit. This is fantastic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have fucking been drone striking fucking kids forever ago to get better Discords.
Absolutely. If quarantine gives us better technology, I'm here for it. Like fuck it, I don't give a shit anymore. Fucking cares.
That's a joke, by the way, fuckers.
Have you guys been? Yeah, of course. Have you guys been in any Zoom meetings, like work meetings, or seen any of those?
Right. I haven't been in any work meetings for Zoom, but my goddamn sister-in-law schedules all these fucking Zoom meetings for the birthdays and shit. So I've been in plenty of Zoom nonsense for family stuff, and it's ridiculous. Go ahead, Matt. What have you been in?
Oh, I've never heard of Zoom until the pandemic. So I was drunk, and I jokingly threw out on the last podcast of ours that I think they might have a hand in it because they have skyrocketed their stock and everything. They had a lot to gain from a pandemic.
Aren't they a Chinese company? Like, isn't there like a big Chinese investment in Zoom or something?
Aren't they all Chinese
Matt,
companies?
You would know this.
So
really.
A little bit of this might be our IT company is based out of New Zealand, and they use Zoom.
Ooh.
So maybe that they're of that Asian descent.
Yeah. New Zealand crushed the coof, man. They're done with it. They got rid of all of it.
Yeah, we might be onto something. I was already saying, Matt, that the people that make all the stickers, the social distancing stickers, and the ones on the ground and all that stuff, it was from them.
So we can we can extrapolate that backwards, and small, tiny American flag makers took down the towers, right?
Yeah, yes, pretty much. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Because they had the resources initially to pull off such a feat. So yeah, it's all adding up.
Yeah.
But what I was kind of getting at
money, motherfuckers.
Yeah. What I was getting at with the Zoom meetings is, it's funny when you start getting into these Zoom meetings. And there's the people, like the older generation, if you will, that have literally no idea what they're doing. And then I always think about, I bet there's a bunch of guys that stream on Twitch regularly or otherwise, but just do that. They have these nice setups. So you probably have this massive contrast. I could just envision these 20 people meetings, and there's like one or two people in there that they got like the green screen. They like literally like super nice sound. And then there's the people that are like, in the tin can.
Yes, exactly.
Just like, what is happening? Yeah, it's like,
how do I disconnect from a Zoom call?
Yes.
Yeah, my buddy.
I just imagine it being amazing.
My buddy's the head of an art department for a major outdoor equipment company in America, and he they have to do the Zoom meetings as well. And he said that everybody's commenting on his setup because he's got like a $6,000 PC that's LED to the gills. He's literally talking to people with Apple earbuds with a fucking like on their phones.
Yeah.
That's fucking.
And they can't even position the phone right. Like it's crooked. It's like rotated and it's angled up so you see their forehead. And you're like, dude, what are you even doing? Do you not see your side of the shit here? It's, oh man, I'd love to just be I don't know if it's a fly on the wall, maybe just a moderator in the Zoom. Moderating Zoom. That'll be the new lingo for that one.
That'll be your new IT job, right? You put your IT degree to work. So Matt, you're coming to us from Not For Human Consumption podcast, which is my favorite podcast right now, and it's the first thing I listen to on Tuesdays. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
appreciate you.
So your podcast has changed a little bit over the past couple of weeks because you guys used to all get together at a little table at Dave's house and used to drink and have a good time and get cupcakes and shit. But now you gotta separate. You gotta quarantine yourself. You want, So let me ask you, buddy, like going from everything's easy in one spot, talking to everybody, seeing everybody face to face, to separating and getting everybody's tech together because Jay is a fucking idiot, right? He doesn't know what to do with the fucking thing. So what? How much pressure is that on you, pal, to have to get all this tech set up for these people so you can put a presentable podcast out there?
Well, Dave lives where the equipment is, so that was easy. Yeah, and I have a rig over here for streaming and whatever else at home because I have a home studio for music production and everything, as well as podcast production, Twitch, all that dumb shit. And Dylan also has his own little home setup for recording because we all have musician backgrounds. Jay, for the first, I think 3 episodes, he was basically on his phone. So then he actually, he ponied up the fucking cash on sweetwater.com and he bought like $350 worth of mics and stands and interfaces. So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's been better.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He has better mics than we use all the time because we have $35 Chinese mics.
Yeah, but those are beautiful, and you can't. I love your mics, but So getting all this, like, I've gotten a little bit smarter over time because I've been forced to figure this one out. Like when I first did my first podcast, I had my buddy Fit who's passed away. Not really. Canoe accident.
All your friends die when they're still alive.
Yeah, if they're no longer on the podcast. Yes.
Yeah. And he figured everything out for me, but I've had to do this one on my own. And thankfully, like when we had Huel on the show, like that was rough because Huel didn't know shit and he didn't care to know shit.
Yeah, he didn't care to know shit.
He didn't care, right? But Ray has got a good head on the shoulders. Ray is an IT guy with a degree, and I got Randy helping me.
Handsome as fuck.
Producer mine. Yeah, absolutely. So it's been easy for me. I can just imagine you trying to wrangle these animals to put out a decent production. So bless you.
Thank you. We've actually had very minimal, minus Jay not having gear for a moment, and literally he bought it so quick, but quarantine shipping was fucking delayed like a motherfucker. Yeah. So other than that, he doesn't know the tech to run an interface, or not an interface, recording DAW, like the whole digital audio workstation shit. So I just capture everything in OBS and I mix it beforehand, and it's just one take out the door, like done. Can't really change much. So other than that, I can mix everything individually when we're at our real gear because we spent a bundle on it.
Yeah. Right. You put out a great show, and like I said, if you're not listening to Not For Your Consumption, you should be, because I always say this, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it again because I'm drunk.
Okay.
That NFHC is what liquor fueled should have been, and that's a whole other thing. Randy, you understand. Maddie, you understand as well. So Maddie's in Australia. He's a good friend of ours. All right. So Matt, I'm so glad you came on tonight because. I was listening to NFHC 126, most recent one. Is that 126?
That's 120. That's 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so 127. Whatever the most recent one was.
That's 127 came out Tuesday, 2 days ago.
Yeah. Okay. I'm pulling off the exit, and Dylan mentioned my name because I brought up Five Finger Death Punch and their Gone Away cover in your Discord. And I'm like, fuck it. I got to leave a voicemail. So I called your voicemail number. I got it wrong at first. I hit a stars. I'm trying to dial in my car. I shouldn't be dialing in the car, but I'm doing it.
You don't have them on speed dial? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was thinking as soon as I hit send, like I'm thinking I got to put this shit on speed dial. So I left a voicemail, and I wasn't proud of the voicemail I left, Maddie.
Well, we'll hear it on the next one, won't we?
Yeah, I guess you'll hear it on the next one.
128 coming at you.
This was after listening to fucking Dead Helm get all upset at Dylan for his political views, and then Adam from Houston leaving a button. And so I kind of insulted your voicemailers.
You insulted them. Okay.
Yeah, I insulted them, and I'm really sorry for it. So I just wanted to apologize in advance.
It happens, man. Some people really like our show until they keep listening, and then for some reason we attack or do something or say one thing that they don't like one time, and then they just turn on us, and then it's fine. It just happens. I guess. I don't know.
You mentioned getting the joke, right? And I get the joke, right? Talking shit is like top of my list. I'm so good at talking shit in person, but like when I do it to you guys, when I can't get that instant feedback, I don't know that it's okay.
So you're in your own. Thanks for letting us live rent free in your head all week, buddy.
It's terrible, man. I let this one, and I blame this bullshit I'm drinking tonight because I'm fucked up right now, and I'm so sorry. I thank you for coming on to have a decent show with us. So, anyways, I just want to say that I apologize in advance for the shittiness of my voicemail.
Well, we'll make sure to review your voicemail in depth when we hear it tomorrow night when we record ours. So
I'm sure you will. I know I'm just digging myself a deeper hole right now.
It's been funny though, because I think people are a little sensitive in the pandemic times, which is understandable. But they're like, "You're leave politics out of the show." I was like, we don't really touch on it for many minutes in a row at all. But
no,
there's
just Dylan.
It's always fucking been there. I mean, we play the Russian national anthem when Dave talks, for fuck's sake, for fucking as long as the podcast has existed. You know what I mean? And then some people are like, you gotta stop saying fuck you to people. And I was like, we literally sell a coffee mug that says go fuck yourselves. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We're the same. God, like, we're separated, but we're still the same fucking people. I mean, you can't not. Like, we were talking about it actually on the last 127. it's an election year during a pandemic. It's gonna come up. You know what I mean? It's
absolutely.
Yeah, like you guys have been doing quarantine cast bonus episodes for fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're purposely avoiding the Corona talk tonight because it's enough, right? We can do some other fun stuff, right? But I mean, it's front and center in our fucking minds. Like I can do 35 minutes in coronavirus right now because I'm so pissed off with the bullshit.
Coof, motherfucker, coof.
Yeah, coof, man. So, Maddie, I'm sorry to call you Maddie because our Australian Maddie is Maddie, but it's Matt.
It's fine.
Matt and his bitch.
Yes.
I just want to ask you. I wanted to ask you because and you tell me to go fuck myself, but in your last episode you had mentioned yeah, it's true, you can't. Our the late great Alan Foster,
yes,
he would have had thoughts on the coronavirus, and you didn't elaborate on what those were. I was wondering if you'd be willing to share those with us. Like, how would he be reacting right now to the coronavirus? Would he be pissed, or would he be like, "Yeah, fuck you guys, quarantine. I don't want to get sick."
He'd be like I mentioned on our old fallen host. He was an X-ray tech for many years, and before that, he was a nursing assistant or something. He's the guy that did terrible shit. You know what I mean? Like in the hospital.
The catheters and the poop trays and all that shit.
But yeah,
right?
like when we were in the band together, he went through rad tech school for radiology. And after that, he was literally x-raying any fucking thing you needed. So we literally showed up to do a podcast. He was still in his scrubs, and he told us after the episode that he was working in the tuberculosis ward all week. While he's wearing the scrubs, he just came straight from the hospital, unwashed hands, fucking sat down. It's just in a basement in Whitman. Oh my God. Yeah. So he would have very funny takes on it, and people are like, when he would do politics or whatever, like, no, people pretend to know him more than I know him when I've known him 18 years. So it's a little annoying to me personally, but it's fine. I don't get butthurt about it, but when people are like, you don't know how Alan would be, I'm like, yes, the fuck I do. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, absolutely would. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Would he be in favor of quarantining, or would he just be like, what the fuck are we doing?
Oh man, he would not care. He would not care. He'd think it's stupid, political bullshit, garbage, and he would be the
Trump brother.
He might be in those Facebook groups being a little super right about opening up. I'm like, I've always been kind of in the middle of everything, while Dylan and Dave are way left. So
way left. Yeah. And that's what I appreciate about you, Matt. And I mentioned this in the voicemail I left, is that like, I can forgive me for trying to read into you, man. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
But I can kind of hear in your voice, like there's things you want to say, but you're not saying them because you just don't want to get them going. You know, like, you're not a Trump supporter. I know that.
No. I'm a nobody supporter, man.
Right, you're like me. You're a nobody supporter, but you have a brain enough to know he didn't say, inject bleach into your veins.
Oh yeah, but I'll still. He was alluding to similar shit, and I'll still clown on him for it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I believe on that same episode. On that same episode, I was literally like actually praising a thing he did, where he was threatening Harvard for taking fucking the small business loan money. And he threatened them with like the vaguest, like in your head threat that you'll think about till you just do the right thing on your own volition. Cause you're like, oh my God, what can you really do? Yeah. And then like 7 hours later, he's like looking at that chick being like, we should research about, the disinfectants inside the people. Like, so I was like, God damn it. So
I get it from like my audience too. Is like, I'm just trying to see what they're actually trying to say. And then they, you fucking like lick Trump's asshole. It's like, no, I'm just kind of just looking at what he's actually trying to say here. Not, so I get it. I respect what I'm trying to say is that I respect your position on them here. So
thank you. Cause I believe it gets weird because I'm really into stats, especially with stuff going like this. And if I bring up anything that's actually like a decent article, not even mainstream media or conspiracy sites, I just bring up like, here's actual numbers. People start looking at me like I'm fucking wearing a fedora with fucking pounding coke up my nose, talking about the New World Order. I'm like, no,
how dare you?
It's confirmed in many states that some hospitals are getting more money the more deaths they produce by the damn disease. It's documented. I'm sorry.
was it $39,000 a ventilator? But Ray, you look like you have something to say. I'm sorry, but I'm monopolizing our time.
No,
here.
I've heard the same thing that, and I don't have proof. I don't know. I'm no journalist.
Well,
right?
nobody has proof, but you can have all the sites. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the thing. When there's somebody with pre-existing conditions and they end up dying and they say, well, we can get X number of dollars if we chalk it up to coronavirus, which we might be able to prove, or the many other things that they go, and that's less money. They go, well, why not chalk it up to coronavirus?
Well,
I mean, I would do the same thing, right? If you're talking like budget,
yeah,
like why not?
I've actually kind of been praising our state a little bit because we go back and update our numbers. They'll be high, and then you'll log back into the same thing, and it'll drop by like 80. So I think they're going backwards and correcting some of those, which is kind of nice.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather it be accurate than just money grabs everywhere, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I don't know. Go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, I don't know if you heard our last episode, but I was talking about here in my county here, Matt, which is of the roughly 250,000, rounding a little bit there, but people in this county, there was, last I checked a few days ago, it was like 170 people confirmed cases, which was 0.0007.
Yeah.
That's 3 zeros.
I don't know if you guys have it, but there's a thing in Arizona. It probably goes out to everybody, but the one I found is only here. You can go by zip code. So my zip code only has 33.
Okay.
Which is out of 57,000 people in my zip code.
Yeah, which all I'm saying is why are we shut down? Like, right? That's what gets crazy.
Yeah.
But, and you throw the numbers out like you were saying. You put the numbers out, and people are like, no, hold on. The numbers don't tell everything. It's like, well, I mean, the numbers don't lie. And yes, there's undocumented cases and all that business, but it is pretty insane that we're treating this like it's the end of the world. When
there's also undocumented cases of the people that just went through and were never sick, but they could spread it for sure.
Yeah, but
it's in the millions of people that have had it, and it's just fine.
Yeah. There's no right answer, but telling somebody they're wrong for having a thought is kind of not cool, right?
Well, especially not great. But, unless they're getting it from like a completely shitty known like horrible conspiracy website. But when you're just looking at hard data and you're like, well, social distancing has made us have like 1 million less average flu cases for the year, but way less like only 20,000 deaths of flu this year, which is crazy low for the actual just regular flu. You know what I mean?
Coded them off COVID.
So that's the next thing you go to, and they're like, "You're a fucking asshat." You're like, "No, it's just
what are you doing, man?" Yeah, I get you.
We slid 1 million off the normal, and we slid like 20,000 off the normal of the death part. Like, come on,
right?
It's a little. The numbers don't add up, in my opinion.
I just want to be able to say I want to have hot pot with my friend Chris in New York City and not be accused of wanting people to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to, I go back to normal.
I'm almost West Coast. What is hot pot?
What is hot pot? Oh my God. Hot pot is the most amazing meal experience you'll ever have, Maddie. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep calling you Maddie. I apologize.
It's fine.
But it is this bowl of broth that the Korean or the Chinese person brings you and puts on this specially designed table that has a one of those induction burners. Mm-hmm. So you turn the dial up to 5 or 6, whatever.
Yeah.
And you dip your raw meat and raw vegetables into this boiling hot soup, and you cook it right there. And then you dip it in the sauce you make at the sauce bar, and it's fucking amazing. It's just like, it's the best meal experience that you will ever have.
It sounds if you fuck that up, you're going to shit yourself. It's like to no end.
You could shit yourself. That's correct. Yes, exactly. But you have to go with an experienced hot potter like myself, and I will teach you how to hot pot.
I will try it out.
Yeah. And the best thing is going to New York City in Queens with my buddy Chris O.C.
Yeah.
And we go to the Asian section of Queens, and you're the only white people in the Asian hot pot restaurant, and they look at you funny because it's just the weirdest thing. And you sit there, and then Chris O.C. says, "I want the spicy pot," and then the Korean guy says, "Okay," but then Chris O.C. says, "No, I want the spicy, but like make it extra spicy.
Give me the spicy boy."
Yeah. So they bring the spicy broth over to Chris OC, and like just 6 of them gathered around to watch. And Chris OC is like, "Yep, no problem." And he's just going to town on his meal, and they're just like, "Holy shit! Look at this white guy eat all the spicy food." It's amazing. Yeah,
dinner and a show. I love
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Yeah, Chris OC is a good guy when he's not yelling at me about politics.
He lives straight up in New York, like New York City.
Yeah, he lives in Queens. Yeah,
oh, yeah. So he's New York safe?
Wasn't affected. He, you know what? The craziest thing is like he hasn't caught it yet. Like he rides that goddamn subway every single night, and he works with guys who actually have the virus. He hasn't caught it, so like he's fucking immune, or he had a piece of it, months ago, and he's got the antibodies.
Yeah, they is asymptomatic or whatever, and you just were like,
right,
a little hot for a night, and then I'm over.
Yeah.
That's so weird. But I guess that I hate to know this much about STDs, but I'd never had it. But there's always those stories of like fucking people that have had herpes and they give it to chicks and they never break out ever their whole life. It's got to be like
just
that.
As Dylan, he'll tell you about that.
Oh, right? Dick slam. Fuck, man.
This is a wild episode, Ray. I haven't done any of the stuff I normally do here. Okay. We gotta get on track here, Matthew.
Yeah, it's your show, man. I'm just popping in.
I appreciate you coming in, buddy. I'm glad we could talk because we had Dave on and that was fun. Yeah. Dave didn't get the joke until later.
Dave's great,
but you're always with it. Dave's the best. Matt, what do I got to do? I'm gonna make things uncomfortable here. I'm sorry, but what do I got to do to get Ray on Not for Human Consumption?
Oh,
do I got to suck his dick? What do I got to do?
Long awkward pause.
Have his people call my people.
Yeah.
No, we're accepting people more. We slowly. So some time has obviously passed since the passing of our host, my friend. So we didn't have anybody come on for a long time. And then we've been slowly trickling them back in. It's a little harder because we always have 4 people. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure we're not steamrolling each other. So
no, I understand.
Yeah, so we're lightly getting people back in there, and he's definitely on the list. We got Asterios in there. We got the Thought Cops Bros in there. I want to get Kevin. I want to get Kevin. Yeah, I got you in there. That goes without saying because you were to get him on whatever, man. But no, we got Kevin in there finally from Thought Cops, and it was one of our first quarantine casts while we're all separated, and it was when it was super fresh, so it was like way more dark, like a dark feeling in the room because it was like that's when the energy. That's when the news was like 2 million people gonna die by August. You're like, oh no.
Yeah.
This is a first.
I remember that. Poor Kevin trying to do his stand-up routine, and you guys just
no, he was dark about it too. We're like, how you in Chicago? He's like, it's terrible. Like, shit, man. No, I love that dude. Love those dudes.
Yeah, they're good.
But yeah, dude. We'll get both you guys on. I also, since everybody has the time, I wanted to start doing more stuff with more people. Maybe put out like auxiliary episodes, kind of like you've been doing. Like maybe a couple of us or just me with a couple of you guys and just fuck around for a half hour. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, it's great. Like I love doing the Corona cast until fucking Corona wouldn't go away. Like I figured we do a few Corona casts.
Oh,
it would go away, but it didn't. And I just get, as I said earlier in the episode, I took 3 extra days off of work this week, and it's the worst mistake I made in like several years. Like I shouldn't have done that. I should just fucking run to work. Because, Matt, let me explain to you what it's like when you have 2 kids and a wife who's working, and they're doing like the kids are doing school and the wife is doing work, and the wife's trying to help the kids with school, and like you don't get appreciated for all the other extra shit you did to make your wife, make life easier for your wife. Like, I don't know if you have a wife. I think you do have a wife. You do have a wife.
I do.
Like,
and a dog.
Keeping them happy is like the worst fucking thing in the world. Matt, my dog's I got to put my dog down in a couple weeks, man. I'm really sad about it.
Sad boy hours. Yeah. But as far as kids, man, no, man, I got out of there way early a bunch of times, and then anytime I didn't, you just pay for it. Get it out of there. Get it out of there in other ways.
I mean,
I don't have the burden of kids.
I love my kids. Like I got, you know what I did, Ray? I didn't get to tell you this. My son, he has his YouTube channel. So, and producer Ryan Happy birthday, producer Ryan. Your birthday is 8th. Happy birthday, buddy. Yeah, happy birthday. Producer Ryan made my son a logo for his YouTube channel.
Oh, nice.
Right? And so I took that logo and I made a T-shirt out of it, right? Yeah. So I made a T-shirt and it came yesterday, and I gave him his T-shirt and he was so fucking excited to have a T-shirt with his logo on it. Like, he even gave me a hug. He's like, "Hey, Dad, thanks."
That's awesome.
T-shirt. I'm like, oh man, that's fucking cool. So kids are awesome, but they're also a pain in the ass because it's fucking
expensive and shit.
Yeah, it's not that bullshit. It's like I can't just have sex with my wife when I feel like it. Like I got kids all around. Ray has babies. Like Ray has so many babies, and babies are just the worst.
Yeah, he's fresh babing right now.
Yeah, he's always texting me saying, "Hey, babies are the worst," and I'm like, "Ray, you do what you got to do, bro. You made that baby. You got to figure it out." But Ray's like, "Nah, fuck it. Babies are the worst. I hate having babies." What's that? What are you drinking?
Matt, we're buddies tonight.
Holy shit, man!
Virgin, but we're both drinking the Lagunitas.
Girl.
This is from my neck of the woods too. They're like right down the road where they brew this stuff.
I have taken this extra. You know how everybody freaked out and you have to buy food a bunch because when we thought the world was going to end. Now meat's going to be meat's going to be a problem, which is scary, but whatever. I've been taking my extra time to prop up my cooking prowess. So I've been making Lagunitas IPA beer brats. Oh my god, they're so fucking good. You have to sacrifice two of these.
If you haven't leveled up a skill in corn times, as you've called them, I stole that from you, by the way. Corn times. If you haven't leveled up a skill, you're doing this shit wrong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like I've learned how to make cream sauces with cream. My shrimp game is out of control.
I'm fucking up shrimp still. It's making me sad.
Let me give you a quick little tip, right? I made a
give me your tip, Rem.
I'm ready for it. Shrimp pasta tonight, like a spicy shrimp pasta. Right? Yeah. You get your shrimp, right? And you got to make a little mixture of flour and salt and pepper and garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. Okay. And mix the shrimp in that, right? And then throw them in the frying pan and fry them in that shit. And then mix them with your pasta. And mayonnaise makes an awesome sauce when you add other shit to it. Like mayonnaise,
that's Hawaiian barbecue bullshit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And nobody knows the difference. Like you blew your family away. It's like, yo, look what Daddy made tonight. Boom.
Look what that sounds so gross. Look at the sauce Daddy made, children.
Ray, I got drunk during CJ's podcast, and then when we started ours, I was fucked up. I'm so sorry, Ray. Why don't you take over?
You're talking about food. Woman.
Holy shit, man! All I gotta say is I've been leveling up my cooking. I was already pretty decent, but now I'm way fucking better. And I learned.
Yeah.
When the grocery stores were fucking empty shelves, anything that was harder to cook was ready available. All the ground beef was gone, but all the top sirloin and all the good cuts of everything were fucking more than people could buy. And so I was like, cool, I'll just learn how to do this then. Fuck y'all.
And if you haven't learned how to reverse sear a steak, God help you, okay? Because every man needs to know how to reverse sear the steak.
The aftermath. The aftermath of these beer brothing, the onion beer gravy that's left over is so fucking good. So whatever.
Yeah.
I can't stop. Okay.
So before I forget, because I wrote a whole bunch of notes here, I'm not going to get to them all because that's just the way it's going tonight. But that's fine.
Go.
No,
it's your show.
A few things.
Wait.
So first of all,
yes.
Happy birthday, producer Ryan. Okay. Yeah. I forget how old you are now, producer Ryan, but happy birthday. I love you. I've known you for a very long time. You're awesome. Thank you for all your help and getting the logo for my child. Also, this what's today? The 7th. So 3 days ago, it was Fit's birthday. Fit has long since departed this realm. And it was a horrible canoe accident that he never recovered from. But happy birthday, Fit. And Ray, if you were wondering, he never said thank you. Also, we're gonna Ray. I talked to Maddie in Australia is giving a thumbs down. Thank you, buddy. Fuck that guy. Ray, I talked to Mr. Dickman this week, okay, because I'm in contact with him throughout the week, just the way this goes. And we talked about Randy. Randy is getting a promotion. I don't know if you knew this, Ray, but Randy is getting promoted to executive producer of the Rich Dickman Show because he took it up himself to make some backgrounds and to stream this shit. He's recording the video for us tonight. Maybe this will go up on the YouTube. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But Randy has gone above and beyond for the past couple of weeks, getting us, getting our tech together. So Randy, and you're looking at me now, buddy. Love you, man. You are now the executive producer of the Rich Dickman Show. Rich Dickman wanted me to tell you that. So congratulations, bud. You got a promotion.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, buddy. That's my man. Shit. Ray and Matt, you guys are IT guys. You guys are smart. I love you both. I got a couple of hacker emails. Okay. Oh. I don't know if you and it was kind of scary at first because it wasn't entirely not plausible.
Are they not that bad?
But thankfully, thankfully, assistant producer Chris is like a IT security guy for a very important company in the country. Yeah. So I wanted to read some of this to you. Like, this comes from one of my Facebook contacts, right? Mm-hmm. But all right, so I'm just going to read it. And it seems, this starts the letter. It seems that blah, blah, blah is your password. So they were able to get one of my old passwords. And this isn't my password for Facebook anymore. This came from Facebook. Yeah. I need your complete attention for the coming 24 hours, or I will certainly make sure that you live out of shame for the rest of your existence. Hello, you do not know me. Thank you. However, I know everything concerning you. Your present Facebook contact list, smartphone contact, plus all the digital activity on your computer for the past 172 days, which includes your masturbation video, which brings me to the primary motive why I am
Patreon tier, dude.
The one masturbation video.
Yeah. No, the previous time you went to the porn material websites, my malware was activated in your personal computer, which ended up recording a eye-catching video of your masturbation play by activating your cam. You got a really odd preference, by the way, LMAO. Now, if he's talking about my love of BBWs, like I'll be like, holy shit, like this guy knows what the fuck I'm doing.
Right? Like some throat.
Yeah, I have the full recording.
Which is fine.
If perhaps you feel I'm fooling around, simply reply proof, and I will be forwarding the particular recording randomly to 3 people you recognize. It could end up being your friends, coworkers, boss, parents. I don't know. My system will randomly select the contact details. Would you be capable to gaze into anyone's eyes again after it? I question that. However, it does not have to be that way. I would like to make you a one-time non-negotiable offer. Buy $3,000 in Bitcoin and send them to the below address. Case sensitive, so copy paste it and remove the stars from it. If you don't know how, look online how to purchase Bitcoin. Do not waste my important time. If you send this donation, we will call it that. After that, I will disappear for good and never get in touch with you again. I will eliminate everything I've ever got about you. You may keep on living your normal day-to-day lifestyle with no fear. You've got 1 day to do so. Your time starts as quickly as you read through this email I've got, and one-of-a-kind code that will alert me as soon as you go through this email. Therefore, don't try to play smart. I got this email twice.
Oh, no.
Now, thankfully,
that's just phishing bullshit.
Thankfully, assistant producer Chris is a security IT guy.
Oh, nice.
And I showed it to him as soon as I he's like, oh, I've seen that like a dozen times already. And girls, there's the women who really freak out when they see it. So I'm like, shit, this guy watching me masturbate? Like, goddamn. Like, I only do that like once a week down there in the basement.
I have one free way to get out of that. If it was a legit hack, like, it's not just some copy paste bullshit. You have to start a Pornhub channel and just film yourself jerking off into your own mouth and be like, I'm already way ahead of you, man. I'm already way ahead of you. Nothing's worse than this video, so you just own it straight up.
It's a link to your Pornhub channel then.
Yeah, just forward them your channel of just debaucherous bullshit you're doing to yourself and be like, yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't do anything on Facebook anymore because
or say that thank fuck you found that video, man. That's the only one I lost in my phone.
Yeah,
that's the way to go, in my opinion.
Your copy, bro. I gotta put it on the phone.
Can you put that in Dropbox for me, man?
Yeah. Hey, bro. Can you do some editing on it? An intro. Ray, you got someone in the back. Who's that? Ray, who's in your room? Is that one of your kids?
Nope.
These kids are big. That's your wife?
Yep. That's real.
It looks like he's like, don't talk to her. You do not see her.
How tall is she, man?
She's 9 feet tall, man.
Yeah.
If Ray's 7, that's 9 at least.
Yeah. Do you know who Manute Bowl is? He's literally the same height. Literally the same height. Stand back to back. You can't tell the difference.
You can't tell the difference. Nice.
Yeah.
I've been, because quarantine's kind of annoyed the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of been getting into the Twitter bullshit, like, when people are like, "Hey, governor, you doing a good job?" Like, no, he's not doing a good job. Like, it kind of sucks right now.
Can anybody do a good job?
I guess anybody could, but I got the DM.
Like the last giant worldwide pandemic that mattered wasn't H1N1, it was the 1918 flu, and you can't call any of them and be like, "What'd you do? How did you do this?"
Yeah. That's right. Everybody's dead, right?
Yeah.
So I have my own issues with our governor, and my kids. The school year got canceled, right? And that's a little frustrating because the kids, they miss their friends. Like I watch them; they're doing the best they can with their online distance learning, all that bullshit. But like they really just miss hanging out with their friends.
Yeah,
that sucks. Yeah. So this guy sent me a DM after I made smart replies on the governor's Twitter.
Yeah.
And at Mark Asmussen, MarcAsmussen, sent me a DM, and he said, "You are my new leader for dumbest motherfucker in America." And so I saw that, and I'm like, wow. Wow.
You are the leader of the dumbest motherfucker.
Yeah. I am his new leader for dumbest motherfucker in America, only because I said, you know what? You're closing schools down for kids who are virtually at zero risk for catching the COVID.
Can you fucking make that a business card, like for your podcast, and put that as your title?
Leader.
I will. Ray. Yeah, Ray, you're gonna get on that, buddy. You're gonna put that banner on our fucking website, richdickman.com. You're my new leader, dumbest motherfucker.
Oh my god!
But I replied. I checked it before I replied. I checked his profile. And I said, it says the serial retweeter, but thanks, pal. I appreciate that. I'm very polite. I'm very polite. He doesn't give me an accolade. I'm going to say thank you.
I would have said something like, so does that mean you'll write me in on your presidential vote ballot?
Yeah. When I run for president.
Fuck, man.
So that happened to me this week.
I like that a lot.
I've had a good week. Yeah,
that is.
And then finally, we had fucking Cinco de Mayo 2 days ago, right? The 5th of May. And what happened on Cinco de Mayo? All the white people in the world have to get fucking tacos and margaritas to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. And that's what we do. That's, as white, Matt, Ray, I'm sure you guys got your fucking tacos and your margaritas to celebrate. Ray is married to a Mexican woman, so he probably got sex. So good for you, Ray. Don't get her pregnant again. So we ordered, the wife and I, we was like, you know what, let's go to our favorite Tex-Mex restaurant, which is called On the Border, right? And let's order a bunch. They had a $25. You get 8 tacos, with 10 tacos, 5 soft, 5 hard, and a whole bunch of other shit with it. And plus we got these margaritas in a bottle, which led me to this delicious old fashioned in a bottle that I got tonight.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we placed the order. They said, okay, your order will be ready at 5:10.
Yes.
All right, cool. No problem. I show up knowing that I'm probably going to have to wait in a social distance line. I show up at 4:50, right? 20 minutes early, just to give myself enough time to get through line, and everything should work out. All right, so I'm in this line. I got my mask on. It's just us in this line, maybe some people straggling in.
Mm-hmm.
And I get, as I get further up to the door, more people start to show up. And finally they call me and say, hey, come on in. And I go inside, I pay for my order. And they say, okay, it's 5:10 now, but it'll be another 10 minutes because we're we're running behind. Okay,
Yes.
no problem. I'm a very patient person. It's my superpower is patience. So I go outside.
That's your
and I
that's
walk
your
the parking lot,
superpower.
up with people. Yeah, my superpower is patience.
You're the worst
The
Avenger.
line starts.
You're not getting a spin-off, pal. Oh,
No, I'm the fucking guy who just gets killed in the first act. But the line starts to form around the building, and then there's people who won't get in line, and there's nobody from the restaurant saying, "Hey, just get in line, check in, we'll call your name." Like, there's no directions going on at all. It's like and then this one white guy who just starts thinking, like, because you know what happens in quarantine times is people get smart. Right? They start thinking they know more than anybody. So this guy fucking thinks, "Hey, I had a 5:15 pickup. It's 5:30. Do you have my food yet?" And the lady's like, "No, I don't. These people here, they're from 5:10. They're still waiting." And he's like, just being the biggest like dickhead that you could possibly fucking imagine. And you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Because I'm too drunk to kind of explain it right now. I had this whole in my head. I was going to be like, "Fucking, this would be a great story to tell." It's not anymore.
no, go! I'm enjoying my time.
An hour later. Like, I went in at 5:10. She told me 10 more minutes. It was 6:10 when she finally came out and called my name for my food. I'm like, holy shit. So while I'm standing there outside the building, leaning against the wall like a badass, I Facebook messaged the company. I'm like, "Hey, you guys didn't have much of a plan for Cinco de Mayo, did you?" And they're like, "Oh my God, we are so sorry. Send us the details of your order and the store location, and we'll make it right." So, good for them. They're going to try.
Nice.
But what bothered me here?
Oh,
my microphone. Damn.
Oh, damn.
Is that all the people were trying to figure out how this shit worked. Like, you had different people trying to take charge of a situation that wasn't theirs to take charge of to begin with.
Yes.
Just shut your mouth and listen and wait for them to call your name. And that's what quarantine is doing to people. It's making everybody fucking crazy and annoying. Thank you, Randy.
Well, I remember back in the day when you could shake somebody's hand or you could cough in a parking lot without people looking at you like a complete asshole. You had rage about getting fresh fries by waiting 5 minutes ahead. Like when you go to the drive-through window and they're like, "Can you just please pull forward?" And you were raging about that. And now everything's way less convenient.
Yeah.
So you must just be hot. You must be hot as fuck right now.
And luckily, again, as I said, patience is my superpower. Like, I annoy the fuck out of people with the amount of patience that I have. But I was texting Ray, and you can attest to this. I'm like, "Hey, man, I've been here." Because you know what, Matt? There was a very attractive woman in line in front of me with a very hot ass.
Woman? Did she have her
woman.
Did she have her quarantine's fucking yoga pants?
Yeah, she had sometimes yoga pants and the mask, and I even sent Ray a picture. And she, goddamn it, it's like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, why are you wearing that long shirt? Like, you should wear a short shirt. Oh my God, Ray's got the picture on our camera.
Picture.
That dude's like TRDS1.
That's a lot more than 6 feet. You could have gotten at least 6 more feet closer than that.
Yeah, it's like one shadow length by where the sun's at in that, dude. You're a lot closer.
Hot fucking chick with a hot ass.
I'm surprised I'm surprised more chicks aren't out there with the masks on, dressing like Melina and Katana from Mortal Kombat. It's the perfect time for it.
Can we admit that some of these ladies are very masks? Like, I didn't think that would be a thing, but like, oh my God, like, goddamn, lady, you look hot as fuck right now.
Freaking lady, bro.
Hey, brother, do you want to get in my car, brother?
I have a tiny rant, and I don't know if it affects you guys in your states, but I don't feel any safer going to the bank because I bank at Wells Fargo. Which, say what you will, some people are like, "You fucking corporate shill, fuck turd." But anyway, so
brother.
It takes an hour to an hour and 20 minutes to get through the line for because they closed certain branches, so everybody's accepting the fallout at the branches that are still open, and nobody can go inside. So you sit there in your car for over an hour to touch the same fucking tube that everybody else is touching, and I'm coughing in my car, and I'm like, I live in Arizona right now, and everything's blossoming, and it's like the worst allergy season we've had during a pandemic. And you're like, read the room, motherfucker. But anyway, so I feel like it's more like, at least in these certain situations, I feel like it's more focused fired than it ever has been for contamination, because we're sitting in our cars touching the same goddamn tube over and over, and you're talking to the poor banker on the inside is sitting there taking like mortars of possible coof bombs over and over again all day. So I don't feel any safer than if banks just did it normal, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, fuck it. You know what? We're less than 59 years old. You know, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, Bat, do you have your not that I want to steal a bit from NFHC.
Steal our bits, man, because they're probably stolen already.
Oh, cool. Because I really got to take a piss. I was wondering if you could play the piss music.
Oh,
so I could just
Hey, we could play a bunch of weekly segments as well. We could give them a few of those. As you know, we got a bunch of those.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm down to hang out, dude. We'll fucking chill. There.
Just chill for a second. I gotta go. I gotta go piss real quick. All right, I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah.
Get that piss here. I'm sorry. What's that?
Was the bank today, and they were fucking closed early, and I was like, why? Right? If you're only going to let a certain number of people in and you're slowing down your business, why are you closing early as well? Like, what the fuck is this business? Right? So I can't even do my business.
I'm having that problem too, because like I said, Wells Fargo, they had like 6 in my general, like, you know, you look at a map and you see like if a nuke went off in the middle, like how many banks would be in that area. There used to be like 9 and now there's 2. So they funneled all of that traffic to 2 fucking banks, and you just fucking sit there, and then they close 3 hours early. You're like, Jesus Christ.
They're like, hey, so just as many people need to go to the bank, if not more, because people aren't getting paid as much, so maybe you need to dip in your savings. Yeah. And not only that, hey, social distance, but only go to these 2 locations instead of 6.
The social distance in your car like makes sense until everybody grabs the same tube that you put your fucking credit cards in, and you know there's assholes that are fucking spitting in there and farting in there and fucking whatever else because people are assholes.
Well, that's what I was saying since day one is the whole. I remember Panda Express initially was like, oh, hey, they were one of the first people to put the little X's on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but Panda Express, at least here, they have the fucking little pony wall. So you got the display case or whatever with where the food's at, and right behind it's the pony wall. I'm like, every single person's leaning up against the same spot now. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're literally making it worse, if anything, because now everyone's touching the same spots. That's what drives me crazy about this whole thing is the irrationality of it.
Yeah. I just
got promoted.
Oh,
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Absolutely.
I just got promoted to executive producer.
Nice.
But I really need to go get a drink.
Yeah, get in there.
Can you guys executive produce for a moment?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic.
We're good to go. I just randomly thought in a drunken Jameson IPA fueled brain pattern, Panda Express might have the cure for Corona because they are masters at getting everything out of your body quickly. Yeah.
I don't know. Everything's.
I can't hold on to Panda Express food quick at all. It goes.
Might as well.
through.
Just go to Taco Bell more often. Flushes the system, if you will.
I had a friend that was so afraid of like going anywhere, quarantining the fuck down, and then he was like, he kept going to McDonald's. I was like, do you feel safer now? Like, you don't know what that person had. Like, it's so anybody could have it. It doesn't matter, like, your level of distance when you grab the bag from 2 feet away from somebody. Especially when that shit can live on paper for, like, fucking 3 days or some shit. Like, it's gonna happen. I told
people this story. There's a local fucking coffee company. They were doing the same thing where they were like, hey, you order your coffee, and they start to hand it to you. And then they're like, oh, you go to grab it. And they're like, no. Hold on. Don't grab it yet. They set it on the ledge, and then they let go, and then you can grab it as if, like, I'm like, I don't care. I'm here getting food from you.
Yeah.
Like if I thought you had it and I was that afraid, I wouldn't be here. And if you're that afraid, maybe stay the fuck home. Like we should be in a mutual agreement here that we're under the understanding I'm not afraid. You're not afraid. But what is this business about? Like, hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This doesn't make any sense.
So I never stopped like going to work. We when it first broke out and it seemed super scary, we'd all worked from home, but we still had people going to the office because we need installs done on these graphic wraps and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But once I started going back into the office, I was like, I'm bringing my own food. Because I know, like, I'm still to this day, I just like these beers I bought on the way home. The water comes out of my faucet so fucking hot you can't even touch it, or you'll literally sear your skin. So I soak every individual beer bottle under that bitch for like 30 seconds because I heard like heat destroys this thing.
Yeah, might as well.
I figure if my skin can't survive, how the fuck can a virus? So
if you literally see your skin melting off your hand, you're like, all right, my beer's good to go.
Yeah, dude.
For a few minutes, and then I can drink it.
It heats. It's so hot. It heats up the beer, and steam's coming off everything. So I'm like, it's good to go. I mean, it's better. It's more than most people are doing. So what kind of furnace or what kind of hot water heater do you have? I don't know, man. I live in an apartment that's pretty decent. So, and it whatever they put in there is fucking killing it. Cause
that's amazing.
You'll singe your fucking asshole closed if you're not careful in the shower.
Dude, I did that one time.
I'll solder that bitch shut.
I took this chick I was dating to some a hotel in what was it, Tahoe for 4th of July, and we went in the shower, getting busy in the shower, and she bumped the fucking knob.
Oh,
and
she bumped the knob. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, she bumped it, and then she moved, and she was like, "Oh, whoops, my bad." And as she did that, all the water hit me right in the dick. And then it got hot, and then it burnt my dick, and I was like, "What the fuck is this? I'm done now." Like, what am I supposed to do? Like the worst timing. I was like, "What the hell?" But it turned out.
Oh,
God damn
it! You're all worried
Ray,
you're gonna singe it off.
Coronavirus ends and all this bullshit's over with. We gotta. Fuck Las Vegas. We got to get to Phoenix and hang out with Matt and the boys. Yeah, that would be fun. I think that would be a good time.
We have 6 mics set up on the real table.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Because you had Dylan's friends over and you had to kick one of them out. So that
we didn't. He left. He was just done. Like he was a weird asshole. God, he was a weird asshole, man. Like, oh my God, Dylan fucking hyped him up for weeks. I was like, okay,
that's the problem. You can't hype him up. You can't overpromise, underdeliver. It always backfires.
Well, like always. So, if I like so I have friends come on that don't literally like. It sounds dumb, but they don't do anything to promote. They're just my friend, and they're awesome. Yeah. So they'll come in and hang out and just do commentary stuff, but we're not like interviewing them. You know what I mean? They'll just come drink and like laugh and say a thing or whatever. But this guy was like, he had a music project to promote, and we're like, hey man, so like, tell us a little bit about your project. I just think the music will speak for itself. I'm like, fuck off. He has no social media to even put a link in the episode notes, and I'm like, come on, dude, are you serious?
Like, is this a bit?
Yeah, I thought he was fucking with us, and we started that episode an hour and 20 minutes late to wait for him, so he didn't even talk. Like he talked during, because in our Discord we hang out with everybody before the show, and then we do the first half of the show, we hang out and break, we do the second half of the show, then we hang out after. Which now, since we're doing it from home, I'll just Photoshop the episode art after the show all hammered while I'll stream my Photoshop into Discord for everybody. We've been ending like Discord streams at like 6 a.m. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. I go back, I look at your live show chat, and like, holy fuck, like they were doing this at 6 a.m. Holy shit.
Yeah, and now on Sundays, since I'm turning our Discord into a bar/movie theater because nobody can go anywhere, there's no movies being played. So we pick a movie and then we watch it in our Discord. We hang out like so far it hasn't been open mic. Maybe when we watch like a known old ass movie, but we've just been watching whatever. And then afterward we'll hang out. And last Sunday, I was in Discord from 3:30 p.m. until 3 a.m. I was like, Jesus Christ. So we watched the movie and then just hung the fuck out forever. So it's been really fun.
What did your wife do in that time? Did she leave you alone? Because my wife won't fucking leave me alone. Like,
have you seen?
How does that work?
You get one quadrant of my my stream palace. I get free reign to do what I want because we don't have kids though.
I'm like, hey, that's the thing. It's like I got kids I got to pay attention to. It fucking sucks.
I got Vigo the Carpathian back there from Ghostbusters 2 printed on canvas.
Oh shit!
Like, come on, man.
I've never seen that before, man. That's fucking awesome. Look at Vigo. Holy shit!
It looks like the real painting because it's printed on canvas.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
fucking awesome. All right, man. There's one more question I wanted to ask, and I can't remember what.
Get in there.
What's it like? What's it like trying to keep Dylan awake at the end of your show? Because he's fucking sleeping.
Oh yeah, he's being a lazy bitch the last 2 episodes. I've got some complaints, but you know what? That's why we have 4 members, so we can just keep the party going.
You can cover up the weak spot.
Well, you know, I feel like me and Jay come to play. Dave mostly does too, but there's sometimes he's just super tired, but he still gets through it. He's a goddamn trooper. Depends
on the week, yeah.
Dylan's just like
Dylan's just going to sleep. Oh, God damn, I keep hitting my shit. Matt,
we've all been yelling at him because he also has, since we're doing the cameras live like you guys are on we're like, when we first started it, we literally showed up to do the show and then we realized, like, what are all these colored boxes in here? So video. We're like, holy shit, our cameras turn on. And it turned out we all had cameras, which is fun. So we started the show late to figure it out real quick. And then we were all making fun of Dylan because he had the most boring room. Like, come on, man.
No. I got to get Dylan back on. But last time he was on our show, the one time, is like he was getting high or something. And so he kind of fell off, the edge. So I had to kick him out.
Kicked him out?
Hour into the show because don't get me wrong, I love Dylan, I think he's great, but he wasn't interesting, so I had to move on. You know what I'm saying, Matt? Like,
I feel like while your show is happening, you're like me, and you're also producing it in your head as you're having a conversation. Like, we've hung out on this too long. Let's go to the next spot. So
yeah, I was gonna say he kicks him out tactfully.
Because I didn't tell because I listened to that episode.
And I've wanted to have him back, but I'm like, what the fuck am I going to talk to Dylan about, man? Like, I don't. I don't necessarily believe in the communist agenda, but I can entertain it for 15 minutes, right? But now that he's going to sleep in all these episodes at the end, I was like, I feel bad. It's like, oh man, Dylan, you got so much to offer, bro. Why are you going to sleep?
We hit him hard in the beginning. He was like, why is everybody picking on me? I'm like, if you think us asking you questions and your answers are us and the reactions to us, the reactions that we are giving to your answers are picking on you, then that's just what you're doing, man. Like, we're not actively shitting on you. You say something ridiculous and I'm just supposed to be like, cool, man. So man, you said something crazy.
You're setting me up.
You're setting me up.
We had your client
and I'm a home run.
We had your client Dave on, and we had a lot of fun with Dave.
Yeah, that was a fun episode.
Dave wasn't in until the end. Yeah, that was great. We gotta get Dave back. If you can do us a favor and talk to your client about coming back on the Rich Dickman show, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, and now with this new setup, it's easy. It's easy for people to get on as long as they're just not like working or something, like the new Discord stuff.
Yeah. It's so easy. You can probably do it while you're working.
Yeah. I mean, I literally was like, hey, I could pop in, like a late text from Rem.
Which is crazy because you're literally working
where you are
right now.
Are you 3 hours or 2 hours behind me right now? Man?
It's
I can't remember.
8:49 p.m. right now.
Yeah, we're same time right now.
So 3 hours. Okay, all right.
I'm on
You're back in Braves time.
I'm the one true time of Arizona that never switches.
The one true time. Mm-hmm. Man, that's just so weird that like one state in the fucking union does not change their time. Like, God bless you, Arizona. God bless.
We said
God
fuck
bless
y'all.
State government. Yeah, no. Fucking for real, man. It's like when I start, Ray, if we ever get to start traveling again, bro, like we gotta get out to Phoenix or what? I don't know if the fuck they are, but we gotta get out.
Dude, there's a lot of cool shit to do here, but it's all closed. So like,
that's everywhere.
I can't offer you much more if you just come to my place than like what you see right in the goddamn camera.
Oh, I just want to hang out in your place, man. Maybe I can sleep in your bed with you or something. I don't know.
I mean, we could fuck after.
We could share love sack.
Totally, bro. I mean, we could OnlyFans that shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
OnlyFans.com/Rich Dickman, right? Right? Is that what the girls told us to do?
Randy already set up an Airbnb, so We'll be there within.
I tried to get Matt and the boys to come to Oklahoma when we were planning that thing, and they're like, "Oh man, that's too far." Like, I don't know how the middle of the country works. I don't know how far that is.
The fucking flyover states.
I have no idea.
Let's just make an Airbnb to fucking dude, like fucking bear be and me.
Yeah, fuck each other. Fuck it. Who fucking cares? It's 2020. We should be able to fuck each other.
I read today that Australia. I literally today I found a headline. I couldn't research it because it was just based on a meme, but it was from the Washington Post, and it says, "I'm gonna change their headline, but it's basically COVID is stored in the balls." It said COVID may exist in semen.
So I'm right. It's sexist.
Yeah,
it's sexist.
Yeah, that's right, Ray. You just got infected, baby. So fuck you.
COVID stored in the balls. So watch your throats, gentlemen.
So I already said this. I said last week, Matt, just to clue you in on it. So I was looking at my county stats, the stats for coronavirus in this county. Basically, of all the cases, all of them but one are male or female.
Oh.
Only one undecided gender. So
really? Oh no!
So coronavirus is obviously sexist, which means we need to obviously protest this. Like, we need to get in the streets. We need to get together. We need to protest this bullshit because coronavirus is sexist. I think it's a platform we can get behind.
Did you guys hear about the president? This is going to sound like fucking dumb conspiracy shit, but it's a real thing. I think from Tanzania, the president out there, he got their kits and he tested a plant, a piece of fruit, and a goat, and he named them people and put ages on them, and they all came back positive.
Oh, of course they did. Of course they did, because fuck it. Because why can we have fucking tests at work, right?
so there's the conspiracy angle of like they're just trying to fluff the numbers, brother, or the fucking testing. The testing place is contaminated, which that could be it too. But goddamn it,
fucking. Seraphi's gonna be so mad at us, Ray, for talking fucking Corona nonstop.
Who's gonna be mad?
One of our listeners.
Oh
yeah.
This poor dude is tweeting like, I can't listen to these podcasts anymore. All they talk about is Corona, and like he was talking about like face masks and shit. And just like Ray and I were talking about last week, wearing face masks improperly. Like, have you seen these guys wearing face masks in their cars while they're driving by themselves?
I'm like, what do you think is happening?
What the fuck are you doing, you stupid asshole? Like, why are you wearing your face mask in your fucking car, you dumbass? Are you gonna fucking get it in your air conditioning system?
Well,
like
the face masks we have. The face mask we have access to, that's to prevent you giving it to somebody else. They don't really block. They don't block inbound. You know what I mean?
I need some crowdsourcing help with this, which is masks that are comically funny. First and foremost, which is pretty obvious, catcher's mask. Number 2 would be a Batman mask.
Oh, because the mouth is open.
It's basically any mask that doesn't actually cover your face, right? So, scuba mask might be a good one. I'm just trying to think. We need to continue getting these and make some sort of collage of them, and then say, hey, like, post it on social media. Help me pick, like, number them. Help me pick out which mask to wear out today to prevent coronavirus. Like, what is this shit? Like, we just need to all start wearing shit like that and being like, I'm wearing a mask. What are you kicking me out of here for?
So,
like, why am I not accepting?
That's awesome. It's a total like grandma platform, but Facebook, on my Facebook page, I've been finding these people and I just write champion in the big, like, everything capital with a space between each letter. And I'm finding the most ridiculous masks and just putting them on my profile. There was an old guy with a snorkel and he had a dryer sheet stuffed in the top of the snorkel. That was his that's how he's sitting there picking out fucking onions and apples in the grocery store.
Oh man!
And then there's another guy that just had women's panties wrapped over his ears in front of his mouth. That was pretty good.
Nice.
Well,
I had someone telling me about they took one of their wives' bras and put the one part over their head.
What was that?
And the joke was so that there's another side when you want to travel in pairs. But not only that, but then they were talking about they got like a milk jug carton. So the handle basically runs from like your forehead to your nose. And then the spout is like right around your mouth. So then you can like stick a straw in there and still be able to like do things like drink while you have a mask on. It's good times. Mass creativity. I love it.
I thought about buying a plague mask on Amazon. All right.
Yeah, you'd stuff it with flowers, man. So it smells nice.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It was just to prevent smell. It wasn't to prevent sickness.
Because it's fucking gross. What happened to my Craig? Fuck it. Hold on, Matt. Don't say anything.
I have this since I've been on, I got you covered, by the way.
Nope, it's all.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Okay, so fucking
Craig's fucked. Whatever.
What was that? What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying.
You're drunk as shit tonight, dude.
Oh, I'm fucked up, man. Because this shit hit me hard, bro. It's like
what is it again?
I got this old fashioned. It's an old fashioned. It's just an old fashioned.
Yeah.
And we mixed it, and it
hits the lips. It's so good.
70 proof. It's like 32 ounces of old fashioned, and it just fucking boom, it hit me. Anyways, Matt, so tell us about Not For You Consumption Podcast and where we could find it, and where we can listen to you guys every single week. My favorite podcast outside of the Rich Dickman Show.
So our podcast, Not For Human Consumption, NFHCpodcast.com for the layman. It is a show where we're just going to let the few listeners that don't like what we're talking about recently just try to pick better topics, apparently. No, I'm just kidding. It's just me and three of my fucking good friends. We just get together every week. We used to go to a bar instead and just drink and stuff, but now we just record it, basically. And it's just talk about shit going on around us and to us. And then it's very community driven in the second half, where people send us some fucked up videos and fucked up clips of us out of context and shit to make one of our hosts mad, because he's usually irate about something. And it just all comes in the clutch, and we good to go. So we always try to feature some new band at the end that's not super mainstream. We've had a couple mainstream bands on the end that agreed to let us end our episodes with them. So I don't know. I think it's kind of a cool outro. Personally,
you've had Big Data as an outro band. Yeah, and that's a mainstream band. So that's awesome. Shit, I was gonna ask you a fucking question. I can't remember because Randy distracted me. Randy, you gotta get her the shit with our intern together, man. It's 2 weeks in a row without an intern.
Oh, Spaghetti! Spaghetti's your intern, right?
Yeah. Spaghetti. We thought he was an intern. He fucking disappeared. Fucking Spaghetti, get your shit together, bro. Do you know we are older than his dad? I don't doubt it.
No,
I'm not. That makes sense.
Confirmed. We are older than his dad.
Oh Christ, that's weird. That is weird.
Yes. I love Spaghetti.
I got to edit this out of the show, but there's this girl I knew, Maddie from Australia, and Randy, who would still be in her 20s when I hit 40. And that was weird. You guys know what I'm talking about. All right. So, Matt from Not For You Consumption, thank you so much
for having me, man.
This, man. Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I love you guys. I love you. I love your show. I love what you guys do every week. And, even though some of your listeners may not like your politics, I enjoy them.
The 7 minutes of it. Come on.
Yeah.
Ray, I almost called you Matt for some reason. I don't know why. Because you know what? I've gotten the cameras here. If you're not in our Discord, bit.do/TRDS1, we're all on the cameras. And I got Matt from Not Human Consumption and Maddie from Australia, like in a row on my cameras. I don't know about
nice
you, Ray.
Nice to meet you, dudes.
You're looking at. Yeah, hell yeah. Ray, fucking plug your shit, dude.
Yeah, so Twitter at Jewel.
Oh.
Playing some WGT Golf. Send me your DM me your email and I can get you the invite. They do have it on Steam. It's early access, so don't have all the features. But Maddie and I played was a week and a half ago, something like that, and it was a lot of fun. It was just lots of drinking and shit talking. It's a good time. That's the whole point of it. You don't have to be an expert. You just got to be able to download the game and play. That's about it. So it's a good time.
Right. All right. So first of all, let's get this one done.
And now, it's time to thank our patrons in ways other than sending dick pics. Thanks Randy, Svensson, producer Ryan, Freddie, Isaac, Maddie, and Mr. Porno Man.
Boom.
Next week is the return of Mr. Porno Man. We couldn't get to him tonight because we had some very important guests between Crippled Jesus and Matt from Not Fruit Consumption. All right, those are way more important, Mr. Porno Man.
Dude, that thing he made last time I was on was fucking horrible.
Yeah. It's gonna get worse.
Was that the Western porn?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Western porn was fucking terrible.
Totally awful. Totally awful.
Mr. Porno Man returns to the Rich Dickman Show next week. All right. So make sure you tune in, episode 107. All right. If you like what we do, you want to support the show, hop on to patreon.com/Rich Dickman. And I forgot to edit it last night, so I will do it tomorrow night. So fuck you guys. The final, thank you, Dick. The final Liquor Fuel pop-up audio will be available on our Patreon. Okay. We'll finally getting to the end of it. We only had the 2 episodes available to us, and we got this one done last week. I was supposed to have it published last night. I'm sorry. I forgot. I got a lot of shit going on, but it'll get up there. Oh, shit.
There was an amazing mind blow. Like Rem literally lost his mind at the end. There was
a revelation.
Did you say the N-word?
Life changing. It's like to Rem, it's life changing. I'm not even kidding. That is no exaggeration. Like literally, he was stunned.
Yeah, the revelation at the end of the final Liquor Fueled pop-up audio just blew my mind for the next 3 days. And you can ask Randy; he'll attest to it. So check that out. It's coming very soon.
Stun lock.
Yeah, I'll probably have that up the same time this thing gets published. Okay, but it's patreon.com/Rich Dickman for all your fun bonus stuff. RichDickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. That's right. And check out Crippled Jesus' podcast, Holy Rollers. That's on iTunes and all your podcast apps. And of course, there's Not For Human Consumption. That is my favorite podcast right now. So please check out Not For Human Consumption. And I have a voicemail coming up on their coming up episode. The coming up episode. I'm so sorry.
Appreciate you, baby.
And I love you guys. I love you guys. All right. Yeah. RichDickman.com for all your Rich Dickman needs. Click that merch tab. Get yourself a Rich Dickman t-shirt. Ray got his hoodie with our faces on it. I got my t-shirt with our faces on it. Randy's getting his t-shirt pretty soon. We got some awesome merchandise up there. China is asshole. That's right. It's Rich Dickman Show. Rich Dickman Show. Fuck, goddamn it. Rich Dickman Show @gmail.com if you want to email the show. And you call the Dickman line 860-316-4776. But be an awesome voicemailer, not like what they get on the other show over there. Fucking assholes. Happy birthday, producer Ryan @RyanTRDS. Of course, follow my mother @Rem_Mama. And of course, there is executive producer Randy. He just got a promotion, executive producer @Sir Zero.
Congratulations.
We appreciate you all for listening every single week, and we love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. We'll tune in. We're back next week.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Good night.
See ya,
dickhead.
I have way too many toys here, man.
Yeah, you do.
It's
I'm
hard
too
not
drunk
to
to
push
use
all the
mine.
buttons, right?